Welcome back to Beards and Brews, everybody. This week's review is going to be Super Mario Brothers from... Okay, look, formal apology. This movie's a fucking sack of shit.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this movie since I was a child, like 8 or 9 years old. And at the time, I thought this was a good movie.
Nope.
Good lord.
I was so fucking wrong.
Seeing this as a kid, and even as a child going, fuck is this?
I think I remember one thing vividly. It was just when, like, Koopa was like, haha, monkey! I was like, okay, I can't wait to see that fucking bit, laugh my ass off. It's at the end of the movie, and it fucking sucks.
Yeah, it does. It's fucking atrocious. Monkey! Shut up, Dennis Hopper.
Exactly.
There's like one thing in here that I found a little bit entertaining, and we'll get to it. But aside from that, man, this movie's a train wreck.
Oh, you talking about that? My name's Mario. What's his name? It's Luigi Mario. How many Marios? Dash 3 Marios.
No, that's a train wreck too.
It's just one after... No, yeah, this movie is like just a series of train wrecks. They don't even go together.
Just there was a wreck on the interstate, and slowly more and more cars are coming, 4th of July traffic, and they're just smashing into the mess.
So this movie is basically the news reporter at the side of the road. He's like, oh my god, the carnage! I won't stop! Smash.
Another one has crashed, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, I don't know the story behind the production of this movie, but I imagine it has to be, alright, we've got this idea for this movie about how people evolved from lizard people or something along those lines. We can't fucking sell that. What, we gotta combine it with an IP that we own. What do we own? What's big right now with the kids? Super Mario Brothers? Let's do that. Let's make it a Mario Brother. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Do it anyway.
Like, I just don't understand.
Brothers TV show.
Which is way better. Like, I remember that show just a little bit. I still find, like, that has to be way better than this.
Was that with Lou Albano? Captain Lou?
Okay, so no shit. On that note, my son came into the room, was watching about 20 minutes of this film. He goes, look, this has nothing to do with Mario.
No.
I watch Super Mario Brothers Super Show, and I hate Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
Dang.
You're right.
Like, I just love how matter-of-fact he was about it. He's like, listen, guys, I'm gonna go fucking do heroin, which is much better than this fucking movie.
Go ahead, son. Enjoy it. Go bang one out. You'll be all right.
Yeah, exactly. But holy shit, like, I just don't understand the thought process. I feel like they wanted to make some money off this fucking Super Mario shit. All the kids love it. And they just looked at what they had and was like, how can we fucking make this make sense? And they wind up fucking just all throwing themselves into a fucking blender, apparently.
All right.
They had a square-shaped hole, and they just decided to cram a turd-shaped rod into it.
If you want the best comparison for a fucking video game, movie that has come to film, here we go. Street Fighter, starring Jean-Claude Van Damme as Guile.
Oh my god.
It's
of course
a better film than this. It is truer to the property it is based on than this. And Street Fighter is a fucking mass murder of shit show.
It's got to be like something from like higher up. This has to be like a board meeting of a movie. He's like, what does Super Mario have? Couple plumbers. They're the heroes. Okay, fine. There's also a dinosaur named Yoshi. Like, whoa. How do we make that make sense? He's an actual fucking dinosaur. Oh, he looks disgusting? Fantastic. Print it.
All that super cute things that the children love about Mario? Yeah! There's none of it. It's going to be all gritty, ultra-realistic. Like, they fucking took all the extras from Demolition Man and threw them down into the sewer.
God. I feel like there's had to been a kid that came out of the theater just like, Mommy, Daddy, why did the Goombas look like cancer?
And, like, there is no reason for the Goombas to look at all anything like they do.
No, it's completely inconsistent, too, because some of them are Goombas in the way that the movie wants to portray them, but others are just, like, straight-up lizards.
Well, I thought those might have been, like, Koopa Troopas or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, okay. I didn't even tell because like they didn't have shells or anything. Like I didn't know.
But I mean the Goombas didn't make sense either. So I just,
those flying boots.
This is like the fucking LaCroix of goddamn video game movies because it just has like a hint of Super Mario Brothers, and the rest is just fucking garbage.
What is the rest? Water.
LaCroix, sponsor us.
Yeah, please. God damn, it's just fucking. It's almost like, okay, it's almost like a kid just played through the first 3 Super Mario Brothers and immediately had a stroke, and he's trying to tell the doctor what he played last week.
Oh man.
It's like a kid only played the second one.
Oh, no.
Having eaten, some freezer cookie that was a fucking parent's edible. Now, can we touch on the fact that this movie is an hour 44?
Way too long.
It is way too long. Like that whole little middle bit of them trying to escape the city just goes way, way too far.
Are you talking about the 9.5 minute Blues Brother?
Yes. Actually, I was kind of having a little bit of fun with that, but yeah, it didn't need to be there.
Oh yeah, just like in Super Mario Brothers 3, that whole fucking car section where you have to jack a police car and also on top of another car, and I hope he knows where we're going.
Grand Theft Mario! Here we go! Gonna rob you!
God damn, that's a great idea.
Nice. Oh, fucking Luigi calls him on the phone. Hey, brother, you want to go bowling? Shut the fuck up, Luigi.
So, by the way, we figure out, and I don't know if this is canon, they are not actually brothers. They are not blood.
Fucking the movie doesn't know what they are. Like, through the whole thing, it changes its mind completely. Like, not only in that one little dinner scene, they said, like, oh, I raised him from a boy, so technically Mario is his pops. But later on, multiple times, they reference that they are blood brothers. So,
hey, you're my brother. You're my pops. I don't know what you are. I don't know who my dad is. Mario.
Can we touch on fact number 2? Looking at this on paper, you have Super Mario Bros. And then you look at the cast. You have Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hopper, yeah.
Dennis Hopper having a fucking blast, by the way.
Oh, yeah, dude,
he knows this is 100% horseshit. He's just like, whatever. I hate them Marios.
Somebody give me them Marios, and why they ought to give me my paycheck?
Basically.
But we got fucking Bob Hoskins.
May he rest in peace. Like the great Bob Hoskins, like from Who Framed Roger Rabbit and a bunch of other stuff.
That's literally the only thing that I know him from.
I mean, fucking Smee from Hook, so... Yeah.
Okay. We got John Leguizamo!
No, he's fucking phenomenal. I actually really like John Leguizamo.
Like, he's really good in a lot of movies, but in this movie, like, I don't know what the... He's just such a stereotypical 90s dude, you know? Oh, yeah. Like, I don't know what they were trying to do with him, but trying to be, like, appeal to the kids, I guess.
But he's not even appealing, and it's not his fault, it's the character. It really is.
He's appealing. He's like, all I do is sit on my butt and play video games, just like every other teenager that's a loser. Ha ha ha.
My character in a video game. Boo.
It's meta.
Meta.
Yeah.
Oh, meta.
Then we get a big reveal way down the line. Lance fucking Henriksen.
Christ. Oh, fucking mighty.
Who was he?
He was King Toadstool.
Oh,
what the fuck?
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was there for fucking like 4 seconds.
Yeah, like he's actual 4 seconds. Mario Brothers. Check, please. Check, please.
You better give me $600,000. I'm taking my 4 seconds back.
There's a moment in the movie where we find out that Daisy, who appears in this film, we'll get to that, I'm sure, where her father gets turned into all the fungus that's around the city, and goddamn, John Leguizamo has a moment where he's like, "Hey, man, nice to meet you," yeah. And I'm just like, Christ. I hope he got fucking bank. That's the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen him do in a movie, and I had to put my hands over my face. I was like, fuck.
It reminded me of that scene from Parks and Rec when April and Andy are going to prom, and Andy's like, "I'll have your daughter back by 11, sir." And he's talking to the dog.
That's okay. He's Burke Macklin, FBI.
Yeah. Do we need plot points with this at all, really?
Hit him like super fucking quick. Mario Brothers, watching TV, alternate dimension. Remember that. It's said 15 fucking times a minute. Yeah, alternate dimension.
This movie, for some reason, has to go out of its way to fucking ground it in reality.
It really does.
And that's its biggest fault, because these guys are from regular old Brooklyn, but they have to have all this Mario shit. So they had this convoluted bullshit alternate dimension to fucking figure out, and that's where like all the nonsense happens.
Yeah, the first thing that we see, we've got an egg dropped on the doorstep of like a nunnery, and what is it?
It's like fucking Superman. It's literally the Superman origin story. You know, like there's a vessel that crashed. It is found and raised. It's fucking ridiculous.
And that's what we got.
I just thought the nuns were having a bad day, and she's like, "Hey, have an egg in this trying time."
That's exactly what it is. And when I say egg, I mean it's like an ostrich egg. It's that big.
Think about this. Women of faith, like fucking devout faith, have just taken an egg into the church of their god, watched it hatch a human being. And this is not on the news. This is not, handed to the higher clergy members. This is just swept under the rug. She goes on to be fucking what's her name from Jurassic Park.
Yeah, that would be like straight to the Vatican bullshit. Like they have those like Catholic assassins or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, just assume that's what the Lord wanted.
Okay, I don't know. For some reason, it's just like the power of the babe.
Yeah, he works in mysterious ways.
It's the power of the
baby for you. Do what? Get hatched from an egg.
Yeah. Oh my god, the camera's zooming in on his junk again. Oh.
It's banging against the fucking lens. I saw my baby!
Yeah.
I would sing that whole fucking song, I swear.
But fast forward like 20 years, old Daisy is an archaeologist or something.
Paleontologist.
She's a paleontologist. Finds some dinosaur bones in Brooklyn, and she's got to excavate.
Yeah, there's a fucking bone in there that looks like a curved talon. She picks it up and she walks over to some kid on the street and starts scratching at his belly. And he goes, "There's oversized turkey, huh? Oversized turkey." And the kid's like, "Mom!"
And we do find out a little bit later that she is a vegetarian. She don't eat meat, but she sure likes the bones.
On a side note, Sam Neill was a dick.
Yeah, he was. But that kid was ugly as fuck. He looked scary. He looked like the little thing from Tiny Toons whenever he was like, "Yes, master."
Oh, poor kid. He's like that the dude from Young Frankenstein, Igor.
Yes, there it is.
We find this stuff out like super quickly. Like we're kind of thrown into this bullshit. And plumber's got a plumb, and they have to like race off to a job, which they kind of fucking miss. And at the same time, they run into Daisy for whatever reason. Movie's got a movie.
Well, she's across the street bouncing her titties. That's why.
Because she's got a fucking phone, but she doesn't have a quarter.
But Luigi, she's like, "Yeah, I got your quarter right fucking here."
Yeah, I make real good money, so I have a quarter.
Like, I feel like they should have been like overblown New York,
Oh, it's the Mario Brothers with guest superstar Carl Botananaluski.
What the fuck is this?
We'll help you out. He's like, "Yeah, baby, we're gonna help you out." Willy, wow.
I saw those guys back in '83. They were awesome.
But like, Bob Hoskins is trying his best to do like a New York accent. The man's British, by the way. And John Leguizamo is just like, "I'm Luigi, I guess."
Yeah, he does nothing. He just says, "My name's Luigi." You gonna change your voice? Nah. You gonna change the way you do anything? Nah.
He's not Italian. He's like Puerto Rican or something. He's not Italian.
Well, I mean, he doesn't look Italian in the movie, so.
Hey, look at that meatball and that Cuban fella.
What are they doing? It's the Blue Blood and Puerto Rican show.
They kind of sound like the that Riggs and whatever barley thing.
Oh no!
Riggs and barley Riggs.
You are
I kind of wish they would have fucking burned somebody alive at the end of the movie. At least it would have been fucking interesting. Like the movie even okay. Up to this point, there have been tons of women going missing. Daisy needs a ride, and these complete strangers, Mario and Luigi, to her, they're like, "Hey, just get in my fucking van. We'll take you there, all right?" And she looks over to somebody looking at a newspaper that says, "Man, 8 women missing." She's like, "Yeah, that sounds good."
Yeah. Meanwhile, by the way, we have a couple of goons, Iggy and Spike, searching around for somebody.
Yeah, and in the game, they're giant lizards who are like, I think cousins or sons of Bowser. And in this movie, it's fucking not Bobcat Goldwing and the fucking park attendant from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah, like I recognize fucking the actor's name is Fisher Stevens. I recognize him from so many things, but I don't know what. He's just that guy. I think he was on an episode of Friends or something, but then yes, you've got the parking attendant from Ferris Bueller.
Yeah, just that neck. You can't forget that neck.
He's just neck and nose.
Yeah, he's got a lot of nose too.
Yeah, he's like if Adam Driver hadn't evolved yet.
Oh yeah.
Christ. It's almost like you asked somebody to draw what they thought Adam Driver looked like.
Caricature?
Yeah.
And they're completely dopey. They have to kidnap Daisy because she has this rock, and we find out that little bit of rock is from a meteor that will clash dimensions and make sure that King Koopa rules them both. That's the fucking
something.
plot. Yeah, or something. Because it's not really that critical. It just pops back up and it's just annoying.
Yeah, they do say that, many times. The rock. It's gonna merge the dimensions.
Dimensions!
The rock.
Dimensions! Ultimate dimensions! The Rock! The most electrifying move in sports entertainment today. Dennis Hopper.
Hey, what's his name? It doesn't matter what his name is.
Nice.
Man, I haven't fallen for that in 20 fucking years.
Oh, this fucking movie. Like, it's so hard to even talk about because there is nothing fucking redeemable. The only thing I've taken away, we're probably about 30 minutes into the movie at this point, with nonsense happening. Fucking nothing has happened except for the...
We're not 30 minutes in. We're like 5 minutes in, 10 minutes in. There's still so much of this fucking movie left, and it's...
Oh my Christ.
Because I'm jumping around pretty hard. Like,
Well,
All right,
let's
we
just-
gotta fast forward here. Luigi asks what's her name to dinner. They go out on a double date with Mario and his little prostitute lady. I thought it was a prostitute. I'm sorry. It turns out it's his girlfriend, I guess.
I guess the producers or whatever's like, we can't have a character named Peach. It kind of means pussy.
Did it at the time, though? Or was that something that kind of brought on by Nicolas Cage?
I don't know. For some reason, the word growler is floating around in my head.
What even was her name? I don't remember her name.
Slut 1.
Yeah,
Mary Steenburgen? I don't know.
I have her down as Hooer.
Hooer.
It's something Weinstein.
Oh no.
Anyway, they split up. Mario takes the whore home. She ends up getting abducted by the goons because they think that she is Daisy. Meanwhile, Luigi and Daisy go to the job site because Luigi is legitimately interested.
And guess what? It's a flooding! And so Luigi's got to lay some pipe, but not before he drives all the way home to get Mario because Luigi don't know how to lay pipe.
You can't even talk to the grills.
Yeah, okay, that seems legit. No, it gets flooded because of the goons or something, right? I don't remember.
None of this matters because
it's Scapelli's goons.
Yeah, the Scaleri brothers.
That will be completely unimportant until the last 3 seconds of the film.
Yeah, super unimportant. I thought he was going to be like the main bad guy or something.
No.
He's basically just like a fucking watered down John Gotti. That's all he is. He's like, I'm just, I'm the mafia man. Don't mess with me,
it's
Scaramucci. In this film is its runtime. That's the true villain here.
Okay, chaos ensues. Everybody gets kidnapped and thrown into this alternate dimension. Finally, we get to see what the fucking fuss is. And you know what it is? A fucking sneeze. Just snot everywhere.
It's like a dirty New York Blade Runner or something.
It's like Negative Manhattan or some garbage like that.
Bizarro.
It's almost
Bizarro. Yes, upside down world or upside. Cut it.
Yeah.
What it looks like, you said a sneeze, which is a very, very good one. But this movie, I don't know, I guess the budget really went to these, higher names, these big actors, and maybe just to buy the IP or whatever.
Probably.
But holy shit, New York, Boston, or wherever the fuck they are, I don't remember, Brooklyn, it's literally one set, and then whenever they go to Cooper World, it's one set. Like everything takes place on this one fucking street.
You know what? You have a good point because the archaeological site is across the fucking river. It's not in Manhattan. That's
No.
probably the cheapest place they could probably film.
And it looks ridiculous.
It's almost like Doll Blade Runner. Huh?
No, it looks like if they took the set of Aliens, turned all the lights on, and then let Kroger bags float around on set until they stuck to something.
Or King Supers for you West Coast fellas.
Yeah. King Super.
King Super?
King
What the fuck is
Koopa.
King Super?
It's the King Super grocery store brothers. Boop, boop, boop. Buy me Central.
No, we got Ralph's over here.
Oh, that sounds like a puke.
Yeah, but
It's got a Ralph.
they call it Ralph's, but literally everything, like they still use Kroger bags. It still says Kroger on the bag. Everything in the store that is Kroger brand is Kroger brand. Like there's nothing fucking Ralph's in there. It's weird.
Well, it's fucking Ralph. Deal with it.
Ralph sounds like the kind of place where like there's no deli man, just like a meat man cocksucker in the background, just like fucking doing the job.
But otherwise, it's 100% Kroger.
You gotta go over there and see the meat man cocksucker. He's like, hey, fuck you. I broke the chicken and stabbed it. I'll fix your ass good. Call loss prevention.
See, like that fucking 30 seconds of bullshit was way more entertaining than this whole goddamn movie.
Oh, you're not wrong.
That's fucking sad. Like this movie has no redeeming qualities. Zero.
So, yeah, from here on, I've got 14 pages of notes, but
How?
none
Dude,
of it's
everything you see?
There's like nothing here to talk about. It's just like all horse shit. It's
Yeah,
like it's so vague. It's so weird.
Whenever they appear, the first thing they say is, where are we? Oh, it's Manhattan. He's like, well, I ain't been down to Manhattan in a few days. Oh, must have been a bad couple of days. Shut up!
Like this movie is like finding a toy at the dollar store. This is like Super Mustache Man or whatever.
And it's that fucking rando.
Yeah.
like as random as this movie is, you'll see like little things here and there that are like, why is that happening? Like the little baby dinosaur eating ramen.
Yeah.
Just
I
like
don't
sitting in the
know.
garbage eating ramen out of it. Like there's no ramen
shit.
in Mario.
Well, shit, like, as soon as they get into the city, you know, they're a little bewildered, and they're, like, cutting all around, kind of show you what it's all about. There's a dude on a bicycle who fucking runs into a girder or whatever and fucking died.
The
He's just
people
dead.
Whatever.
are fucking 100% over the top. So there's a lady pushing a stroller that has an egg in it. A
Yeah.
guy runs up and starts slapping the egg. He exalts it.
No, no.
No.
Slapping the egg, man.
Slapping the egg. But what the fuck? Who runs up and hits an egg?
Maybe he's just trying to
How
get
would
to hatch or something. I don't know eggs.
Is
But,
that in
like-
the version?
Even in context, it makes no sense. Like, even in the real world, you don't run up to a baby and give it a fucking noogie.
I don't know. But yeah, they're chasing after Daisy, and you hear, you actually spot her for a second, and then you have like this Inuyasha Kagome scene. Daisy, Luigi, and
And
then
the bad guys are just like, all right.
yeah, they take off, and then we just do more exploring of the city around, and eventually Mario and Luigi get what's the word held up. Get
They
fucking,
get arrested by OCP.
no, what I was thinking of was they get mugged. Like this little old lady is like, it's a dangerous place to wander around here without a weapon. Do you have one? No, we don't have one. Well, then put up your fucking hands.
So that was not even her line, okay? She says, do you have a weapon? They say no. She goes, good. Give me the cash.
Give me those Koopa coins or whatever the fuck they're called or something.
And then she takes the rock and then gets immediately assaulted by Lizzo, who steals the rock with her moon boots.
Yeah,
I
for
thought
some
it was
reason.
Birdo or some shit.
Oh no! Like they for some reason cast like a really heavy set black lady, and she's like, "No, pass me the rock," and she just ties it around her neck and just fucks off with it. Like legitimately fucks off
Yep.
with some kind of moon boot bullshit.
Yeah, these are like rocket boots, and I don't remember them in any kind of Mario
Nope.
game. What?
Nope.
What?
It's not a fucking floaty raccoon tail. It's not a frog suit. It's not a cape. They're moon boots.
Like, I remember there's like a single boot that you as Mario can get into in,
You
I want to say 3. But
yeah, but like the people who made this movie is like, "No, that's fucking stupid. I got a better idea."
Yeah, no. No.
So now they get arrested because guess what? Koopa knows they're there, and he knows they got the rock, and he wants the plumbers. So plumber people, there's a bulletin, catch them, and guess what? They get nabbed up, uneventful. They go to
I'm
jail,
reporting.
and oh look, it's Toad.
He's like a punk ass busker.
Yeah,
Like,
he's a
that's all he does.
busker, like on the street, just like playing like anti-Koopa songs.
Anti-Koopa songs. God damn it.
How much money had to have got put into the main actors? Because every secondary actor, like the person that's playing Daisy, all the captured females, all the underlings, they are all fucking trash actors, and they are fucking putting on trash shows.
He's like, I'm just here to sing my lines. Oh shit, I'm being arrested by the fucking Judas Priest police.
Breaking the law, breaking the law.
Yes, that's like 100% correct. And then we like flash cut to the fucking Mario brothers going to the police board or whatever. And that's where we get the scene where they got the cop from fucking Blues Brothers like, what's your name? Like, it's Mario. What's your last? It's stupid. It's so fucking stupid.
Is that canon? That's not
It
canon.
is.
That can't be canon, right?
It is canon. That's the only thing from this movie that I think is like officially canon. Is their
Get
fucking
the
names.
fuck out of here.
Mario is his name.
I'm fucking done with this.
Yeah, for real. But we get the fungus, and then they need to keep telling you, fungus is choking the city, fungus, fungus, fungus,
There's
fungus.
fungus among us.
And then we get treated to basically the Beastie Boys, another dimension, another dimension, another dimension, another dimension. They need to say that throughout this fucking film is nauseating.
But then, like, they're in this fucking, despite all their rage, they're fucking locked in this cage, right? And they're just like, let us out. We're from Brooklyn. Don't mess with us. And they get let out, and they go into this, like, little interrogation room where they think they have, like, this, like, civil lawyer or whatever. Uh-oh, it turns out it's Dennis fucking Hopper.
Yeah, but Koopa social distances.
Yeah, he does.
By the way, just gonna go ahead and get this out of the way right now. Koopa in this movie looks a lot like Donald Trump.
Yeah, he
The
does.
hair, it's
Yeah,
spot
the hair.
on. Yeah.
The hair, man. Like, the whole fucking ruffle chip thing, it's pretty rough.
He does.
Yeah.
Like, there's not much more you can do than say Dennis Hopper looks like Donald Trump right there.
Yeah. So, you get the interrogation. Where's the meteorite piece? And they're like, I don't know. Some bitch took it from me.
And he's like, you're lying, motherfucker. I'm gonna fucking crush your head with a cranium crush like Crush Bra Bra from '93.
Then somehow they escape. I don't remember, and I honestly don't fucking care.
I don't remember either, actually.
Because they show you they have, activist Toad get turned into a Goomba with the de-evolutionizer. Incorporated.
Yeah,
But-
the Devo machine. Just yeah.
I'm glad that we know that it's Toad from here on out, the de-evolved Toad, because they put a harmonica on him. Because how else would you know that it's Toad in the game without a harmonica?
That had to have been like what they thought about during production. It's like, wow, he looks exactly the fucking same as everything else in this movie. What do we do? Hat? No, it's silly. Oh, geez.
What's a true trademark of Toad? It's the fucking harmonica, right?
Duh. It's not the fact that he's like a foot tall and has a fucking mushroom for a head.
But that'd be silly. Anyways, they escape and get stuck in a sneeze.
Achoo!
I feel like we say that several times during this. They escape, they get stuck in a sneeze.
100% how it happens. Conflict resolution is fungus. Next conflict.
Yeah. I mean, there's like a point to it. We find out later on that the fungus is actually Daisy's father, kind of like creeping around the city trying to help people out. But it's fucking disgusting. Like, there's a scene where they're just kind of like going through these like little piped areas, and like a little bomb just like kind of drops down. Like, hey, what's that? Don't touch it. Yeah, okay, Mario, let's get out of here. That's crazy.
Speaking of the bomb, that is the only thing in this movie I liked. It's the size of a fucking mochi ice cream. It's like the fucking, I'm trying to think of one of those really nice super deluxe bouncy balls.
Yeah, it's just like a little wind-up toy.
Yeah, he's just
It's
a little
real
wind-up
tiny.
toy, and he's adorable. But everyone in this world is literally terrified of that little.
He's out of my mom.
Like, I remember seeing very briefly a what's it called, Bullet Bill.
Yeah. Well,
And
it wasn't even used as a projectile either. It was like loaded into a boot.
Yeah, I never see it again. Like, what the fuck was the point of that?
Hey, LaCroix, sponsor us.
Yeah, so
It's water.
they
Yeah.
they run away in a police car. There's some kind of chase. They end up going through a tunnel tube, and they get stranded in the desert or whatever.
For why, no one cares. And then,
Man.
Bowser now has a de-evolution cannon. And it's literally the Nintendo cannon that you would have used for
it's
back
the
in the day.
Yeah, it's the fucking Super Scope. That's all it is. It's just painted gray.
Oh, from like what is that, Star Fox?
No, it's the Super Scope. Like, you could get the Zapper, but you could also get a bazooka. That's what it was.
Oh.
Yeah, for like a whole bunch of, well, I can't even say a whole bunch of games, like one game that had like 6 different games on it, shoot like moles and constellations and stuff. I remember that game. I had it. It came with Mario Paint.
You play Mario Paint with a fucking cannon.
This shit brought back the power glove.
It's better than this movie. It's Yoshi, and there he is, and he's a little fucking dinosaur.
He's so disgusting.
I don't think he's disgusting. He's kind of a cute little fellow, but he is a full-ass, like, raptor dinosaur.
Yes,
he's like the antithesis of cute, though.
He's only cute because he has a big head and big eyes. Other than that, he's slimy and a booger yellow. He's not fucking sweet green.
Look at that.
Yeah, he probably should have been like lime green or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, can you make that better? I don't know.
So while that's happening, Bowser comes and snatches up the princess, and boy, oh boy, are you in for a fucking treat. Bowser tries to give her a toast, and she's like, nah, no thank you. And he goes, you're so fresh.
And I was like, oh my god, is he going to grab her by the pussy?
Dude, it gets intense. He's like sticking out his tongue, and the bad CG makes it all long, and it's so fucking rapey.
It's that's the word that I used. It's really rapey. I don't even know where that is in my notes, but it's nasty.
Okay, let's get this straight. A Super Mario movie has a rapey scene.
Yeah, no matter what, a Super Mario movie should never have a scene that could be described as rapey.
I mean, thorny, maybe. Rapey, no thanks.
His literal words are, don't worry about it. Put it up, because I'm going to use it later.
Yeah.
Now I'm just thinking like Rodney Dangerfield as King Koopa. That'd be amazing.
Go wash that ass. I'm going to inspect it later.
I'm going to come see how clean you are.
You nasty Koopa.
Like spins the movie with the mustard on his lips. Just
Yeah. But now they need to get the stone back. So how do they get the stone back? They're just magically at some industrial dance party.
Yeah, for whatever reason. And that big lady from earlier that stole the rock, she's a bouncer, but also kind of runs the place. Whatever. And I guess
I don't know how they decided that she was going to be there, but I mean, good call.
And I guess like Mario's really into getting his shit pushed in or whatever, because like he throws on the moves, gets his block knocked off. He's like, "Oh baby, you got me."
But then she gets all brokenhearted whenever he snatches the necklace. But then she saves him from the Goombas, and they put on super boots, and he gets a kiss, and they fly through the ceiling, and fungus booger things give Luigi a present. They start literally describing what they're gonna do in one-word dialogue. Back and forth, like up, no down, left, no right, boogers, no snot, this, yes, that, no.
Up, down, left, right, A, B, start, whatever.
It's bad.
It's bad.
Like the next bit of movie is kind of hazy for me. Like I don't know. Like I legitimately just finished it. I'm just like, what happened next?
You fast forwarded most of it. It's okay.
The bits that I have notes on
I
are
wish it did.
The reward for these plumbers is 2,000 coupons. KOOPONS coupon. All right.
It's so fucking clever. Damn. Got me.
This is when we actually first meet the king. Koopa's talking to him, and it's just like a big ball of fungus fluff.
All right.
Then Koopa orders a pizza. I want to make note of this. Koopa orders a pizza because this is important to the film. It's fucking not, but he orders the Koopa special, which is Dino and Lizard hold the mammal. So Koopa is a cannibal because he is dinosaur.
They were like carnivorous, so whatever.
Yeah, but cannibal? I mean, humans are carnivorous, but we don't eat humans.
I mean, there's either cannibal or
You
cannibal.
don't.
Pick your side.
But yeah, the whole pizza thing, that's going to come back later. But I want to talk about the fungus.
Yes.
So that big ball of snot sitting in the middle of the thing has another ball of snot that drops down from inside of it. And this is
testicle.
this is like the soggy wonton. So whenever that drops down, this is the one time throughout the film I went, you know what, that's a cool special effect. Somebody put a lot of work into that, and I wish it was in a movie where it was for something creepy like a Pod People movie.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's like it'd be like something from Cocoon or Species or something like that.
Yeah, species. That's what I was gonna say. Absolutely. And then like we get that fucking scene where like Daisy's like, "It's my father," and
Oh.
Luigi's just like, "Oh, sir, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for having a hot daughter," or whatever. I don't know what he said.
It's an honor to meet you, sir.
And even fucking even Bob Hoskins is like, "Oh my fucking gosh, this
We
is
should
actually
go-
happening."
But you know, we forgot to mention they are now wearing their official gear.
Yeah, this whole time they've been wearing like opposite colors. Like Luigi's been wearing like a red shirt, and Mario's been wearing like a green jumpsuit or something like that. They're in their
Meanwhile,
real uniform now.
Meanwhile, the people on the board that were making this movie was like, "You know what kids need? Subverted expectations." Perfect.
Speaking of subverted expectations, what I've got today is from Santa Monica Brew Works. This is the Golden Milk Porter. Think about that for a second. What expectations do you have from a Golden Milk Porter? I don't know. I've never heard of a Golden Porter, but I've got one right here. On the nose, it smells like chocolate and apple juice. I poured this into a glass to see. This looks like apple cider or like an IPA. It is an actual golden color. It tastes like there's a tart flavor to it. There is a tartness to it, but it's chocolate. It's like you've got apple cider, like hard apple cider, and you just mixed like dark chocolate with it, and it finishes all just like cacao. Cacao. Yeah. It is 6.0 alcohol by volume. Man, this is not a good beer. I'm sorry. I appreciate that they're attempting something, you know, you don't really see very often, something new. They're going outside the box. This is not a good beer.
You know, I feel like that's the perfect addition to this movie because they tried to think outside the box, but they went too far and they wound up in a dumpster fire.
Yes.
This movie can also be described as apple cider that someone has poured Hershey syrup into. Yep.
Dave Attell said it best when he said, you know, I like scotch and I like cotton candy, but you can't have both because then it just smells like someone's fucking a clown.
So the next thing I have is that Mario and Luigi have this idea that they're going to freeze the pipes.
For whatever reason.
I guess it's because, you know, they're lizard people, they're cold-blooded, you know, they freeze the pipes, they're going to shut them down. Well, that doesn't fucking work at all. But they never talk about it again.
It comes up briefly, like when the Mario's rescuing all the women from Brooklyn. He's like, "Ah, man, I made it cold, so it froze the thing. Now we can escape through this fucking winter tube, like Cool Runnings."
Yeah, I wrote down Cool Runnings, by the way, just to let you know. Cool Runnings was written
But it's
down.
not cool. It's awful. Trust the fungus.
By the way, we haven't even mentioned this Lena character. I don't know who she is in
That's
the canon. Like, I don't know where she comes from as far as the video games go. She's just this lady that's trying to, I guess, be queen or something. I don't know what she's trying to do.
She looks like Donald Trump's mom. Have you ever seen that picture of her?
Nope.
She just looks like she just looks like a tornado of like incestuous fucking whatever.
My roommate tells me that she is Aunt somebody on in the Harry Potter series.
Oh, I think I know who that is.
I have seen every one of those movies, but I can't confirm anything.
We can neither confirm or deny these rumors.
I
Next.
cannot confirm nor deny if she is or is not on truffle butter. But yeah, so now the lady, the one that you were just speaking of, she has somehow come into possession of the little stone, the meteorite chunk, while Mario is distracting Bowser in this quote-unquote epic showdown of fucking horrendous proportions.
Well, at one point she ends up like trying to stab Daisy, and Daisy like escapes. That's how Daisy ends up escaping.
Yeah, she just moves to the left, and Yoshi tries to eat her foot.
And we
And then
find out that bitch stabbed Yoshi.
Yep.
It doesn't even like hurt it or whatever. It just kind of just like annoys it. Like there was no point to do it to begin with.
And it just goes, man, and that's it.
What else is there?
So the lady with the rock, and Mario pulls out the bomb.
And everybody flips their fucking shit. Like the entire city goes on the run.
He's got a bomb!
Baba, he's got a bomb. And then in the closest fucking close-up possible to Dennis Hopper, ba-bomb.
Yes, it's like fucking nothing but eyebrow and the bridge of his nose, and just bomb.
It's so
We
trash.
are Sex Bomb. We're gonna make you feel sad and stuff.
Man, I kind of want to just watch that to just rinse my fucking mouth of this goddamn movie.
I support it.
During like 7 minutes of the film are literally this bomb roaming around through town, walking up walls, people freaking out when they see the goddamn thing, and then it finally blows up, and the explosion it causes is so fucking small.
Just like anything else in this movie, it's just fucking lame. It took so long, and it just gave us nothing. Whatever.
You get to see a bunch of whores slide down a frozen pipe on a mattress.
Yeah, uncool runnings.
I like it. Uncool runnings.
Um,
And now it's time for the main event. The Mario Brothers versus Koopa. And guess what? They got the fucking Devo guns.
Yeah.
You think, no. You think you're going to get to see Bowser, finally. And they spray him with the guns, and he turns into just like a big toothy head thing that then pops into slime. It's awful!
yeah, he's going back into his primordial ooze, because that's what dinosaurs evolved from, I guess, in their poor understanding of science.
So, I watched this by myself, and when that happened, I out loud said, oh my god, they turned Koopa into Goopa.
Ah.
Yeah. Was that your one joke?
No, that was me just being like, god damn this movie.
Okay, so I only had the one joke for this movie, and it's for the wrap-up.
By the way, did anybody
yeah.
notice that the when they're looking at the Bob-omb upside down on the grate, the Bob-omb shoe says Reebok on it?
That's so cute. How do you think you walk on ceilings? You gotta pump them up.
Hang on, honkies, I'm running out of air.
Yeah.
But here, the movie just kind of thankfully just like hurries up just to fucking end.
Yeah,
And so we have a brief moment where they go to the real world, and we have a really... I can understand why this movie doesn't play on TV anymore, because the World Trade Center kind of like disintegrates.
Oh yeah, we actually see back in the other world, the other dimension, like one of the World Trade Centers is like half destroyed from the top.
Yeah, it's that gets a yikes from me there, Doc. And then like the fucking John Gotti guy gets turned into a monkey. They revert back to the alternate dimension, and they fucking save the day.
Daisy ends up saying, "Oh, I don't care about my, the doctorate that I've been working on. I've got to stay here with my dad, who is no longer a fungus, and catch up with him."
And Luigi's like, I thought we were going to have sex bomb.
Yeah.
And she's like, nah, I gotta go help Ed Harley dig up his kid and bring it back so we can become pumpkin head.
Good lord. And like 3 weeks later, they're having dinner, and everything's okay. And Luigi's like, wow, we're on TV. And then the reporter says Super Mario Brothers. Hilarious.
Yeah, they said the thing. He said the thing.
And Daisy door gets kicked in.
It's the Meat Man.
Oh no! Guess who's back?
Back again. It's Daisy.
She's back with like some smoking pants or whatever. It looks like she was on fire at some point. And she's like, all right, boys, let's go for our second adventure. And Mario's like, yeah, let's sequel this bitch. and they never did.
No, she showed up with as much gear as fucking Schwarzenegger in Commando.
Yeah, like they thought this was gonna get a sequel.
I mean, look, just look at the people playing their characters in this movie. They thought this was a short thing. They signed up because they thought kids were going to flock to this fucking movie.
You know who flocked to this movie? No one. Not kids, not video game fans, not people that like good things in general. No one.
We watched it.
We watched it, like, what, 27 years later? And we knew going in that it was going to be a bad time. And we were right.
You know, it just makes me feel bad because I know both Bob Hoskins and Dennis Hopper have both passed on, and they're just killer actors. And this movie is just, like, not the way you want to remember them. Like, not even in the slightest. Except for Babam.
Yeah, because, I mean, think about this. Dennis Hopper. I mean, fucking, wow. Dennis fucking Hopper is in here. The likes of Waterworld and Blue Velvet.
You can't just be like, you can't go from like, oh, he's great. Waterworld.
Blue Velvet. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Baby wants to fuck. It's his number one line.
He's just like great in those crazy roles, like Pop Quiz Hot Shot.
By the way, one quick thing at the very end that I just had to question. How did she know where they lived? Like, they're apart. Like, she met them, like,
flushes her message through the toilet.
I don't
know. Maybe, like, in all her gear, she walked up to, like, a payphone, like the Terminator, just, like, went through the fucking phone book and start kicking down doors.
I mean, how many Marios are there?
Marios, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean...
It doesn't matter. None of this matters.
Also, back in the, the opposite dimension when everybody is a descendant of dinosaurs, I have another question. All right, so everyone's a descendant from dinosaurs. They evolved. How come so many things are made out of plastic? If there's no dinosaurs.
You know what? Life is plastic. It's fantastic.
Come on, Barbie. Let's go party.
You know what? It doesn't fucking matter. To put this into context, this movie was supposed to be like a live thing. We're supposed to get smashed and have a good time. Watching this uninebriated, it's fucking trash. I hate it. I apologize. Whatever.
This movie puts the ass in Jurassic for sure. It's awful, man. As a general movie, as a Mario property, as a fanfic, it's terrible.
So, if this was not a Super Mario Brothers movie, if this was just a movie, they called it something else, they condensed it into an episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark, which I think they actually did at one point, no, it'd still be pretty bad. No, this is a bad movie. Don't watch it. Just ignore it. Let it die. Erase it from history. It's terrible.
Yeah, just let this movie go extinct. That was Super Mario Brothers, the movie. If you have any strong thoughts about the movie or the podcast, leave them in the comment sections below, whatever.
Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Be sure to hit that little bell icon next time you want to hear us talk shit about a movie like this.
Get it there, follow us on our social media. We got that Instagram, Facebook. We got a Twitter and a Reddit. We got a wonderful administrator constantly pumping out new content for you guys. And make sure you just get out there and let us know what's going on, guys, so we don't have to send Koopa to give you like a big weird fucking kiss because a girl never forgets her first lizard kiss.
Ooh.
Oh, Christ. Monkey!
Monkey!